Wow, wow, wow. This is a bonus episode of Edie the Salsa Freak, which is full of juicy tidbits about how learning her Black Belt Salsa system is going to help you attract a higher caliber of partner, whether it's a love interest, a dance partner, maybe friends and people you want to hang out with. But it is going to show you how her system helps to develop alpha male and alpha female dancers, and you are not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned, and we hope you enjoy it.
One of my apprentices, I won't mention his name, he used to date women that were, I guess you could say, not the most ideal for him, right? And I would say just not, I always pictured him with a higher quality or higher class of women, but he was never really that confident in himself. And so after he learned salsa and after he became a badass dancer, oh my gosh, the level of women he was dating became nines and tens, So this dance does something to you, especially as a man. And I think that every man should learn salsa. In fact, I do divorce recovery, and the first thing I teach them, these guys, is how to dip a woman, to have this masculine presence and to command respect non-verbally, and non-physically, just have that aura of masculinity that is so attractive to women, that women are craving, that is very extremely hard to find these days. And so I train my apprentices, especially the men, how to stand, in triangle, a posture position, wherever they are. I train the women how to be the alpha females, how to look sensual and sexy, even just standing and listening to the instructor talk, So the minute you walk into our studio, you can tell who are the people we've trained. Even when you walk into a nightclub, I had one apprentice come up to me the other day, and he said, "Yeah, Edie, I was just standing there like you taught me, and the woman came up to me and asked me if I was the bouncer." Because of the presence that they have, it's just really neat.
I am quite fond of the quality of women that have come in my life.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
When I did actually meet Annabelle here, I was teaching a beginners, like an intro class before a social. So it was just enough to get people on the dance floor. And she always saw me, because you don't only just teach the dance, you teach etiquette. I say we teach etiquette. We also teach how to ask ladies to dance. She thought I was just being silly on the dance floor, being all formal and stuff, when I would do the, black belt form of how to ask a lady to dance, until she saw your video on it. And as an apprentice, she's like, "That's why I just thought you were being, silly, a little extra."
Yeah,
but
it's not silly. It's very manly, but
chivalry.
Yeah. Chivalrous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And the reason why she said silly is because we're so not used to men being chivalrous anymore. We're so not used to a guy, putting his hand behind his back and asking politely, not even in a nonverbal ask, right? Mm-hmm. We're so used to just these guys that have been emasculated from super strong women that don't even want them to open their door for them anymore. And so when a guy becomes a man, right, through this program, girls are shocked. They're just like, what is this? And the guy, when he pulls her to the floor, or when he has his hand, asks her, it's hard to demonstrate.
Like this, right?
Yeah, like this. She feels like a princess. And how many times during the day, during the week, during the month, does a man treat us like a princess? Unless we have a great husband. Never. And, I was at when do I get to feel like a princess, right? I think women will take that and say, well, when I'm in bed, I feel like a woman, Well, it's not all. You can't always be having sex, right, in order to have like a woman, right? And so you need to feel like a woman while I put on makeup, while I dress sexy. what about a man making you feel like a woman? You know, when was the last time that ever happened? When was the last time you said to a man, God, you make me feel like a woman, you know? And when have those words come out of a woman's mouth? How often? Rarely, if ever. And I think the Black
When they
Belt,
sing Shania Twain's song, man, I feel like a woman.
absolutely. And I think the Black Belt system, the way that we do it, you know, with the chase him and the crossbody lead and all that, I think that that's a name of a move. It's called chase him.
Right.
I wanted the curriculum to reflect how men of the highest dance stature made me feel on the dance floor. And I don't know whether your audience knows this. I've been to over 60 countries, and in each country I would experience a different type of male chivalry. And I think that you know, especially in countries like Europe, in London, in France, those people, those men really, and in Mexico, Latin America a lot, those men really know their place in a relationship. And they know that they're the leaders, they know that they're the strong ones, and the women know their place as well. And so the men will treat the women with that kind of respect on the dance floor. Now, I know this isn't across the board, especially in relationships and whatnot, but when I would dance with some of those guys, I would feel so feminine. They would make me feel like I had been I know I'm a woman, but like a real princess woman, you know? And I thought, how do I teach that kind of thing to guys in the United States? How do I teach what they're doing to the world, you know? Because when I would go to these countries, there would be one guy that everybody, you know, his name was written on the bathroom stall above the toilet paper. You have to dance with this guy, you know? And so I would dance with him, and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. He didn't put me into all these crazy moves from hell. He would make me feel feminine. And I thought, why don't I develop a curriculum where I would take the best of those qualities from each one of these guys, the top leads in the world, and weave it into this curriculum so that when men are learning this, they will just apply what they're learning and end up to be like those men who naturally treated women with so much respect. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
From how to ask, to how to dip, to musicality, to saying thank you at the end, etc. So I think that you know, you guys that are learning the Black Belt system are learning a system that was developed by a woman who experienced the best leads in the world. And I think that this system is teaching you what women want. And if you wrote a book and entitled it What Women Want, and there have been a few out there, it would probably be a bestseller. And that's why this system is so effective. It's because it's created by a woman and what she wants and what she has experienced from the top leads in the world.
Well, you mentioned somebody wrote their name on a guy's name on the bathroom wall. I might just have to do that and write it on the men's room wall and say, hey, dance with Ray.
For the guys?
Oh, may not.
You didn't think that one.
I may have to, you know, enlist some help on this.
Write it on the girls' wall, Ray. Don't put it in the guys' wall.
Well, I mean, I can follow too now. You did teach me how to follow, so.
You know, that's interesting. I was in Oklahoma. I was at one of Tony's events, and no, where was it? It was in Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
He was in Arizona at the time, right? And it was in the evening at the end of the night. This was a few years ago, and I was in the salsa room, and there was very few men in there. It was like 2:00 in the morning. There was a bunch of women in there and very few men, and I was kind of disappointed. I thought, there's nobody to dance with. Shoot, you know. And so I was waiting for a guy to ask him to dance, and this woman comes up to me, and I had taught during the day all day, and she took one of my classes, and she said, Edie, will you dance with me? And I reluctantly said yes, because I don't like to lead at congresses, because I don't want to be the one that's leading all night long, and so, and when I lead at congresses, guys end up don't asking me to dance that much, because they get intimidated and they think, oh, she's going to be judging me the whole song. And I'm not that way at all. I take off my instructor hat and I put on my girly girl hat when I go social dancing. So I don't do that. If not, I would never survive the night, being critical mentally of the guy I'm dancing with. That would be suicide for my business and for my life, because I love this so much. And I've been doing it for almost 30 years. And I still love it so much, and I think that when I change hats like that, dancing. So anyway, she asked me to dance, and so I danced with her. I was the lead, obviously. And I set her down, and she said, oh my God, you're the best lead here. And I thought, no, it's because there's no guys here, right? So pretty soon she grabs another girl and she goes, dance with Edie. So, and then, make a long story short, I danced about maybe 6 or 7 songs that night with all of the girls, right, in the room. And then I went to bed. I said, I'm not leading anymore. I want to feel feminine. I don't want to feel masculine. Because when I lead, I become a guy. I really, I literally become the man, and mentally. And I look like a guy, I act like a guy, and I just don't want to do that in a dress, So anyway, I went to sleep that night. The next morning, I was eating breakfast, and a woman passed me by, and she said, rumor has it you're the best lead at this Congress. And she just kept walking. And I was like, when I apply the principles from the Black Belt system to my own dancing, the women actually get turned on by me. And I'm a heterosexual female. And there's something about when you learn the system correctly that is so attractive to a woman. That's why I think it's the best system on earth, because it's everything that a woman wants and on how to be led.
Hint, hint, gentlemen. It's a good system. Well, we do have apprentices here. Just for our viewers, I am a blue belt certified black belt instructor. I teach a black belt curriculum at International Dance Studio here in Oklahoma City on the north side, and I'll give more information in the YouTube under the links on the bottom. And we are having a great time with Sensei Edie here. Sensei Edie, thank you so much for sharing your wealth of information. And we look forward to seeing you in Oklahoma City in May for the Black Belt Dance Summit, where instructors from hopefully all over the world come in, and it's open to other instructors and other people who are interested in the curriculum also to go in and learn for a full 2 days about the Black Belt system, about dance business management, about marketing, about recruiting, and some life lessons involved in there. Where it's going to be a phenomenal time. I'm honored to be the host. Of course, we'll have Sensei Edie here as the primary teacher.
Oh, thank you very much. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a blast. And that's the night of our social at iDance, or International Dance Studio. So we'll have a chance to dance. And if all the dancers in town who couldn't come to the event, well, they can also come dance with not just Sensei Edie, they can come dance with a bunch of other black belt instructors from apprentices on up to dance with.
Awesome.
And they can dance on 1 and on 2.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I'm excited for that. So, Sensei, we will see you here very, very soon. It's just right around the corner. Yes. We're excited for it. And again, you changed my life in dancing, because I actually have people tell me, great skilled dancers, follows. You are an amazing lead. I'm sitting here thinking, all we did was basically the basics and give you a chance to shine. Mm-hmm. They just love it. Mm-hmm. They absolutely love it.
Yeah. Good. Well, I'm really excited, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sensei. You have a wonderful day, and don't get too cold. Stay out of the snow.
Yeah, it's snowing right now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.
I want to remind you that Edie is going to be here in Oklahoma City for Memorial Day weekend. She's going to be teaching her amazing Black Belt Salsa curriculum all of day one, Saturday, May 27th, and then all of Sunday, May 28th. She's going to actually be getting into dance business management, best practices, and practical ways of running a successful dance studio. So you are not going to want to miss it. Make sure that you check out the links and get your tickets. Early bird special pricing ends March 31st. Hope to see you.
Each day of the week, Edie The Salsa Freak. Every move is magnifique.